A good subject.
Yeah, man. That's the one called Fantan Moja. Yeah, that is Jacob Miller. But those I never did know that. And I really feel that he's one of those artists that we should take the time to elevate because his messages are really powerful. But, you know, them only want us to celebrate Marley. Like Marley is the underrated artist that ever lived, and he's not. Rate Bob, love Bob, respect Bob, play enough Bob music, still playing Bob music weekly. It used to be daily. But stop acting like Robert Nesta is the only reggae artist on the planet, and the only people you must give prizes to are his children, his sons. No, man. There's other reggae artists on the planet. Get with the program, people. When I don't run reggae run uno. Saying I will not bow to uno because when I not come I mess up everything. Reggae powerful, you know. Reggae will defend itself. Saying so. And I'm afraid it's uncompromising. We're not afraid of nobody. So that's why I play them tune that fear and I don't take nothing at all to praise the king, because that was the daily, and I say, but we're not backing off on a reggae does not need the interference of corrupt people. Reggae is a spiritual thing. You can't use it like when you use music, rock and roll over the years and rip off black people. Reggae music won't penny that. So, when we find out, though, when we find out, because we're uncompromising. So, leads me to this section of the program. After this segment, I will be calling Miss Marcia another 15-20 minutes to talk about her event coming up, which is a swapathon, to go and get black folks to go get swabbed, try to increase the blood registry. We're going to talk about the lack of that within the black community, which we could improve ourselves. We could have probably even started our own blood bank. And that we're ready for them. See? Because if you're afraid of what is, see, some of us have fear to go see the white hospitals and the white doctors, and for good reason. They used to experiment on me years ago. So, but we still need to save our children. We need to find a way to save our children. So if we get past that stuff. And as we go, this is the part of the plantation mentality that I like to focus on. You don't have to agree with me, now, people, but it will make you think, I hope. Charles Barkley mentioned something about LeBron James being too soft, asking for help. The world's greatest basketball player shouldn't be asking anybody for help. He should just be great, and his greatness will overcome. I don't know how much more greatness we need from LeBron James. Like I've seen, like a few weeks ago, one of my brethren put up two videos, one of Mo Pete hitting a three-point shot, and another shot of LeBron James hitting it. And of course, all the Toronto people said Mo Pete's shot was way better. To who? To Toronto people, okay, but not as an athlete, as a basketball player. Are you crazy? Bridget, if I could play basketball and you asked me which of those shots I would prefer to hit, I would want that turnaround jump shot from three-point range, off the bank, took his team into overtime, and then won the game. That's the shot I would want to hit. And LeBron James has done that enough times. He's missed a lot. He's done all kinds of negative things. That block he did on Iguodala in the playoffs last year. One of the single most amazing athletic events that have ever happened in sport, in NBA. Virgin, that block was embarrassing. At the end of the game, the man climbed the board and stopped the goal. So Charles Barkley now, who is one of has become the house nigga of America, one of them. He decides that LeBron James doesn't really need help and blah, blah, blah. And he's whiny. Now, to say he doesn't need help and that Jordan, nor Magic, nor Bird would ever say such a thing, well, they did. They all did. It just never hit the media. It's impossible to think that Jordan didn't have a say in every single player that came into the Bulls after we win one ring in, which Jordan have 6. After he won the first one and everybody knew he was the best player in the world, Phil Jackson didn't bring one player into that team that he didn't speak to Jordan about first. Not one. So stop pretending that, and that Jordan would say, no, not him, yes him, no him, yes him. I mean, remember there was a time when Tony Kukoc couldn't come to the team because Michael said no. When Michael retired, they brought Kukoc in, didn't they? You people forget a lot of little things. Many player moves and trades have to be sanctioned by the team's best player. That's how it works. And it happens every single day. What James did is pretty standard. To say that he's different is pretty retarded. Well, rude. And a lot of these guys out there are coming at me like, well, Jordan never did it. He did. So we covered that, yeah? One of the roles of the house nigga, like Charles Barkley, is to do Massa's bidding, even when Massa ain't looking. So why not chastise LeBron James? Why not do that? And then a bunch of other dumb black people, dummies, jump on it going, yeah, because you don't like LeBron James. I get it. Man, I don't love or hate LeBron James. I'm just pointing out what I see. I am just wondering which one of us guys, me, and all the people who are doing all this complaining, which one of us ever played a sport on that level before, where we can understand what it is that goes through the mind of LeBron or Charles Barkley, you know? And all this hatred pretty much stems from that move LeBron made to Miami. And everybody was saying how he was fixing his own team with Dwayne Wade and Bosh. Man, he took as big a risk as anybody else, man. Y'all just vexed because he won. When he lost the first year, everybody was happy. When he went and won the next 2 years, y'all get vexed. That's what you're pissed off about. He did the thing and he stood up to his word, and then you're saying, oh, he picked his own team. Yeah, there were players in the league that were better than Dwayne Wade. There were lots of players in the league better than Bosh, who was a very good basketball. All of them are very good basketball players, but there were players in the league way better than them. Them had teams better than them, but they still won. LeBron James beat them. No athlete in the history of the world has ever done what LeBron James has done. Okay? I commend the first black man athlete who truly understood his worth and dictated to all white NBA ownership where he played and who he played with. Never been done before. Man, like, remember Gretzky crying tears on TV? Remember the greatest quarterback of all time named Joe Montana when them traded him from San Francisco to the Kansas City Chiefs? Remember Brett Favre, who did instigate some of the places he went, but he still had to take the trades. It wasn't like there was a question about the trade. Marcus Allen, one of the greatest running backs from high school to college to the brother of Damon Allen, who played there in the CFL. Bo Jackson. All of them were traded and hired at the whim of the ownership of the league. LeBron James took his own way. You should be proud of that. Any human should be proud of that accomplishment. No athlete before him has ever done it. Yeah, he took that whole ring winning thing to a level that has made everyone a little uncomfortable with themselves because he went for broke. Now overstand this, you know. Charles Barkley was one of the greatest power forwards to ever play in the NBA who never won a ring. He got close. A man mentioned to me the other day that when Barkley came to the 76ers, it was the very previous year that the Sixers had actually won the championship. And he got there the following year and they didn't win nothing, right? And he was supposed to be that player. He never got over the hump. And you gotta remember this. From a Bush League athlete who used to play against other Bush League athletes. In my Bush League realm, I could win. Winning is an attitude. It's not about talking about it. I won at every single level I played at. And sometimes it was just about the will of the people on the team. Sometimes the team wasn't as good, but the will of the people. And people like Magic and Bird and Jordan and LeBron possess that thing. Charles Barkley never did. Charles Barkley's teams were good enough to win. The difference between LeBron James and Michael Jordan is their abilities to come up with superhuman athletic moves, making every one of their opponents uncomfortable all the time and making a difference. Charles Barkley never figured that out. He never probably had the talent for it. So maybe he's just bitter. And as defending against LeBron James, you have a right to your opinions, yeah? And I respect them actually. But if you're not trying to improve at every step of the day, the game, the second, shoes, training, if you're not, nutrition, if you're not trying to step up your game, if somebody says to LeBron James, what is it you need to win? I need more help. People are saying, oh, well, he insulted the guys on the team, and man, I insulted all my teammates every day. I would scream at them, and they would scream at me. If I messed up a play, I got cussing from everybody, and if you messed up, I was gonna cuss you. But that's how we played. That's how we brought the best out of each other. Anyway, I'm saying to you, one of the slaves on the plantation, LeBron James, dictated his path. The first slave to have done it. You need to look at that differently still. That is my take on the thing. We're gonna play some more music.
Oh, Papa.
Yeah, my God, my King, him name Jehovah, him inspire me. Marcia, you're next. I'm calling you, so stay by the phone, Mrs. Jen. Soon come.
Yeah, it's making sense to me, John. Gotta give them some praise.
Oh, play that bass.
Do it, John. Murder. Making up in the Jehovah, John. Making up in the Jehovah. Inspire me to be a man, John.
That's the one.